Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your love and relationship spirit guide message reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before I begin this reading, once again, a reminder not to be scammed by anybody in the comment box pretending to be me offering you a reading. That person is a scammer. Do not be scammed. With that said, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Now let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Cancer. Love and relationships, Cancer. Love and relationships, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Ooh, fantastic. Angels and spirit guides. All right, now let's look at the chakra energy for this time. This is going to be the place where we kind of need to give ourselves a little extra love, a little extra attention, and know that when things go wrong, this is where it's going to hit us, okay? Cancer. Love and relationships, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh, and show me clearly. Fantastic. And then finally, the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. What is the energy that Cancer needs to be mindful of? Love and relationships. Energy that Cancer needs to be mindful of. Love and relationships. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So this is going to be our weak point. Now, it can be a weak point in the fact that we're going to be really attracted to people who are like this, or we're going to find ourselves running up against people who are like this during this time. Now, yeah, okay, so we'll get into that in just a moment. So let's see what's crowning us during this time. We have the Six of Swords, so gathering up information, being able to move forward. Emotionally, the waters are rocky, so we have to be aware of that. It's not going to be the smooth sailing that we really want. We have the Four of Cups coming in. Now, this is a gift that comes to us, but that we don't really know is a gift. And it kind of feels like extra work. It can feel like, oh my goodness, what's going on here? It then leads us to the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is a gift of passion, determination. We're not afraid to roll up our sleeves, to go after what it is that we want, to focus, to be super determined. We then have the Seven of Swords. There's something that, there's a shift that's going on here. And it starts with the Four of Cups. It starts with a tipping point. All right? Then we have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, time frame April 20th to May 20th. Then we are rooted with the Five of Wands. This is chaos. Okay, this is argument for the sake of argument. We might find ourselves getting into fights during this time. And we don't know exactly how they start or why they start. It can start over something so unbelievably small, and then all of a sudden it just becomes nasty and mean, and we're like, what the heck is going on here? And that's really what's making us move forward, because it's at our root. It's like, I'm done with this. And also I'm done with the internal, chaos and anger and upset, and not knowing which way I want to move forward or how I want to move forward. So then we have the chakra energy of grounding. This is going to be so important during this time. This is the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below our feet. We need to be grounded. Why? Because, the world gets in a couple good hits during this time. So if we're not grounded in ourselves, saying, this is what I want from life, and this is my determination, and this is where I want to be, and this is how I deserve to be loved, people are going to take advantage, and they really are going to take advantage, Cancer, of your better nature, but also of the sense of wanting to instill harmony, wanting to instill perfection. And we can kind of use that as a wall, to kind of protect ourselves during this time, but during life in general. It's kind of like, if I can have everything just be right, then nobody can criticize me, then nobody can get angry. And we're going to find that it doesn't work. It doesn't work, no matter how perfect we try to be. It just doesn't work. And this is a time where there's a shift going on, and it's like, I've tried so hard. I've tried so hard, I've given so much. And then we have here the Prince of Swords, which is funny, because the Prince of Swords, when all the cards fell, this was the card that was on top, but because like half the deck fell, I didn't take it out. But that's really funny that he's like, no, I'm your opposition during this time. Now, this is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, if you're born on the cusp with Gemini, this is going to be a part of your personality. This is going to be like, let's charge forward. Let's go after this. Let's see it this way. If you have Gemini within your chart, again, this is going to be a rashness, a boldness, saying, I don't want to wait anymore, which is understandable, and taking action can also be commendable. But to just charge forward, it's not going to be the way you want to do things. You want to kind of step back and say, what is best for me? What is it that I desire? What is it that I need? The Prince of Swords is also the sense of looking at what we truly want. And so here, there are going to be people that come in our lives during this time, and it can even be, somebody who just sweeps us off our feet, that is just so adventurous, is just such a warrior within their own spirit. They're fierce and they're determined. And we can see that with the King of Wands, where we have this really passionate, kind of almost feral energy coming forward. And that's awesome. Is that great for a long-term relationship? Probably not. Is that going to be something that we build a solid foundation off of? Probably not. Is it a fun ride if that's what we want? Yeah, absolutely. So go for it if you want to, but also don't if you don't. So here with the Prince of Swords, it's very much a sense of somebody who's slaying their own demons, who's going after their own hurts, their own pains, their own disappointments. And we can really feel, excuse me, kind of caught up in that and thinking, wow, this is such a great journey. This is something that I'm so passionate about. But the person, once they're done, they walk away. Once it's been achieved, once it's been looked at this way, they're done. And we're left where? With what? So the Prince of Swords is really going to test us during this time. Now, it doesn't necessarily just have to be in romantic relationships and in romantic love. It can be with the people that we love. There can be a child that just wants to run off and do what they want to do. A friend, a sibling, a whomever, that is just like, this is what I'm going to do. I haven't thought about it. I've thought about it, but I can't plan anymore. I'm just going. And you're going to see so many more implications to what they're doing than the blessings. Now, it might work out just fine. They might fall flat on their face. They have to go. But it's going to be an energy that we have to be really mindful of not getting completely caught up in. Because we have the Six of Swords right here. Us ourselves are going to be very inclined to take what we know and to charge forward with it. But we're doing it emotionally. We're setting out on the sea of uncertainty, but also on emotional desire, on questions, on seekings, on, greater answers, greater discoveries. And so here, when we start off, it's like, okay, where do I want to be? What is it that I desire? I know emotionally I'm not okay with here. So what is there for me? What is there that I want to look at? What is there that is going to lead me to the place where I feel more stable, that I feel more listened to, more heard? And it's even just within ourselves. Now, it can even be, Spirit just showed me, an image of me meditating earlier today. And it was so funny because I like to let the questions come up while I'm meditating and just kind of like connect with divinity's answers. And so here, it's that same sort of thing that we're doing. We're asking the questions and trying to connect with divinity's answers. But if we aren't stabilized within ourselves, if we aren't, connecting with ourselves and what we want, we're not going to find the power forward. And I actually want this to be more explained because there's something here. So please show me more clearly the Six of Swords for Gemini. It's for Cancer. Okay. So we have the Ten of Cups, the happily ever after. There is a connection with a Gemini energy here. That's why Spirit had me say it. So show me more clearly the connection with the Six of Swords for Cancer. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, the patience for the happily ever after, for the joy, for the coming together, for the greater understanding. And this is that sense that this energy here rocks that boat for us. And it's because we'll have an inclination towards getting swept up, that the boat is rocked, that there's a sense of, well, maybe I'm not moving forward in the right way, and maybe I haven't gathered up all the right informations, and oh my gosh, we can maybe ourselves up and down the Mississippi to really no avail. And then we have the Four of Cups coming forward. This is a gift that doesn't seem like a gift. This is a gift that seems like, oh my gosh, it's another burden. Oh my gosh, how am I going to handle this? Oh my gosh, what am I going to do with this? So the Four of Cups comes in, and it's a blessing, but it feels like a curse. It's a blessing when it comes to relationships. And it can be that a relationship has ended, and it can be that a relationship ended a while ago, but that for some reason something comes up that has us thinking about it, that has us mourning it anew. And there's a sense here of releasing. It's like releasing what I cannot change. And understanding, what is it? The prayer of serenity. Give me the strength to change what I can and kind of release what I can't. I can't remember it exactly. We used to say it in school. So here, there is this sense of knowing what battles to fight and what to let go of. But also, this is going to feel like something we can't let go of. This is going to feel like a absolutely imperative, important responsibility that needs to be held on to. So it comes in as a gift, and we're going to see here with this. Show me more clearly the Four of Cups. For Cancer, show me more clearly the Four of Cups for Cancer, love and relationships. Show me more clearly for Cancer, Four of Cups, love and relationships, angels and spirit guides. Okay. Ooh, goodness. So we start off with the Three of Pentacles. This is prosperity that comes in. Other people want to take credit for it, but it's a prosperity that we build off of, that works with a group, and it leads us to the Five of Swords. There's this person trying to claim credit, okay, in love, in our relationships, in what we're passionate about in life. It's happened to us before, so it can be a heartbreak that's coming forward again, and we're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I've met somebody just like XYZ. I'm in this same situation, and it's having to face something that before had brought us to our knees. This time, it's not bringing us to our knees because we have the Five of Wands. We're rooted with the Five of Wands. It's that chaos. It's like, I know that there's going to be chaos coming forward. I know that there's going to be turmoil and upset and upheaval, and I get it. I'm not destroyed by it. I'm not defined by it. And that's what leads us to the King of Wands, the king of our passion, the king of our desire, the king of where it is that we want to be within our lives, the king of more. And so here, as we're embracing our fire, as we're embracing our passion, we're also looking at the people who have hindered that. Now, it might be the people that we were in romantic relationships with, but it can also be our caregivers. It can also be, people that we had trusted in the past that let us down. So it makes us rather gun-shy during this time. And so here with the King of Wands, there's also this sense of a player mentality, all right, that has been around us, or that we're kind of thinking, maybe even ourselves, of playing around on somebody, okay? So just know that could be a message for one person. The truth is going to come out if you're thinking of having an affair or playing around or anything like that. What's going to happen is you have the institution card, okay? So you have like the institution of the relationship coming forward. That's going to show the sneakiness. You're going to get called out when you might have just wanted to have a bit of a fun, a bit of an excitement come in. So do be mindful of that if that's what you're thinking of. And again, that can be just for one person. If you have somebody in your life that, you're sitting there and you're like, oh no, it's not me, Dane. It's, it's that person. It's him, it's her. They're the ones that are the total flirt. And I always just kind of let it go. I always think, oh my gosh, I'm reading too much into this. You're not. Okay. So if you are worried about your partner during this time, ask for proof. Just be really honest with them. Be like, show me your phone. Show me your phone. Let me see your text messages. Be forthright. I want you to be honest with me. If you can't be honest with me, then you're not honoring the institution that we're in. You're not honoring the power of this relationship. This can cause a fight that kind of feels like World War III. All right. But you need to know where you stand. And that's going to be so important during this time, because you need to be able to take your knowledge, to take your information and move forward, whether it be the way that you had expected or whether it be, just completely unexpected but powerfully needed. You're going to find that this is just intrinsically important. The King of Wands is the sense of getting hands-on, of really diving deeper into things. This can also be increasing passion. All right. So we can want to increase the passion if we're in a relationship with our partners. We can want to increase the passion within our own lives. But to do so, we have our cultural guides. And our guides, especially in the Western world, is like the more sex, the better. The more you can always be with each other. That's what makes a relationship last. And it doesn't. It just doesn't. So in the description box below, I have linked Chakra, which is called non-orgasmic sex. It's when you connect with your partner, and it's when you embrace touch and feel, and it's that sense of security. It's that sense of coming together that is so important, and it has nothing to do with sex. It's like prolonged foreplay, right? Which, I mean, who doesn't want more than that? So here there is this sense, or more of that. So here there's this sense of powerful coming together if you're in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, it's powerfully coming together with yourself. And this isn't talking about masturbation or anything like that. What this is talking about is the sense of knowing yourself very, very well, and coming into your soul and coming into your spirit and gaining a greater understanding and embracing the sensuality of fully being you and being aware of your fingers, of your breath, of your body, of your lips, of your essence, of yourself. And there's a power that comes to that. And there's a sense here of gathering up information, gathering up what we need in life and leaving the rest and saying, I can't hold this, I can't carry this, I don't want it, it can't be. And so with the Seven of Swords, again, if there's a sneakiness going on around us, that's going to get called out. We're not going to really stand for it. If there is a sense here of, there's also a sense here of, I need to find my path. I need to know what I desire. I need to claim my truth, my way forward. I can't carry everything that I am carrying. Some of the things are going to be like having a bag put over our head. It blinds us. It makes it hard to see. It can't move us forward the way that we want to. So here it's, again, seeing that and saying, all right, I get it. I can't carry around this hurt, this pain anymore. I can't carry around this definition of a relationship or this definition of a friendship. It's not right. And it leads us to the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is the institution. The Hierophant can talk of marriage. Our end goal can be to get married. Our end goal can be to make our marriage work. And so here, there is a sense of being committed to the institution of things, to the honoring of things. And it can even be the institution of the self, of saying, but this is who I am. This is what I need. I can't change myself for anybody else, for everybody else, for anybody else. Especially if we've tried to do it before. If we thought, oh, okay, I can just give up a little bit of me, that's okay. And I can just make this person happy, and that makes me happy, and that's really cool. And then 6 months down the line, a year down the line, we realize, I just lost me. I absolutely lost me to what the other person needed me to be. And we become resentful. We become resigned. We try to see the way that we're moving forward, and it doesn't feel like we know. And so here, with the Hierophant coming, it's being able to honor the truth of ourselves, the power of ourselves, the understanding of ourselves, but also the institution that we want. Now, whether that be marriage or not marriage, whatever it is, it's saying, this is the path I need to walk. And this is the dedication I have to me and what I desire. And it moves us to the Five of Wands. It moves us to this chaos. Now, we can be calling out the chaos within us and saying, you know what, no more. I don't get to be defined by this. I don't get to be held back by this. I don't get to be, silenced by this. I get to embrace the honor of my voice, the power of my truth, my seeing, my understanding. I get to be more than what I realized I was. The chaos comes in. The Five of Wands can be a fight that comes out of nowhere. Again, it's like, what the heck is going on? I was talking about butter, and then all of a sudden, now we're having, this huge argument. And I didn't want this. But it's because we're moving forward. And we can be that we're moving away from where another person stands. And that can be so aggravating for that person because now they can't have the control over us, or they see that something they really like is slipping away and they don't know how to connect. It's not through yelling, though. It's not through fighting all the time. It's like, why can't you ask me? Why can't you show curiosity? Why do you have to get so angry? The Five of Wands is also the fear within us coming out. So if we're afraid of being in a relationship, if we're afraid of connecting, if we're afraid of finding our voice, if we're afraid of honoring our voice, the chaos comes around that. Yes, it's going to be wherever the fears are. That's where the chaos comes around. Now it's either our fears or the fears of people that we're living around. So it can be kind of like walking on dynamite during this time. So do be mindful of this. So here there's a sense of clearing away that chaos. And it can be that we clear away the chaos by setting off the trap, by just letting it blow up and seeing what happens afterwards. That can be a way. But there's also a sense of really looking at things and saying, all right, where do I want to be? What do I desire? What is it that I want? Who is it that I am? And finding that voice and embracing that voice openly and honestly. So it moves us then to our spirit guide message. So Cancer, love and relationships. Cancer, love and relationships. It brings us to wisdom. It is a time where we are wiser than we ever thought. So the wisdom comes in. It's like, oh, I'm wise. I'm talented. I'm more than I expected myself to be. The wisdom comes in, and it's like, oh, I see it. And the wisdom can come in from all the chaos that has been around. So, oh goodness, that goes there. And so it's like, oh. And sometimes it's only through the thing blowing up in our face that we're like, oh, that's what Spirit was saying. Oh, that's what I was supposed to be looking out for. And then it moves us to our spirit guide message, our spirit animal message. Angels and spirit guides, show me Cancer, love and relationships. Angels and spirit guides. The crow spirit, co-create with spirit. It's time to know that we can't do this alone. And there's this terrible lie with love that we're supposed to do it alone. It's supposed to be us and our partner against the world, and two people can hold the weight of everything on their shoulders, and it be able to be enough. Here's the thing, that's a lie. It's not enough. We need community. We need friends and family and connections to connect our hearts to. Because inevitably, if we're just relying on one other person, that person will let us down, just as we will let that person down. The co-connection and the co-creation with spirit lets us see more. It brings a vividness to life, and it shows us, all right, it can't just be this. It's just not what the world is telling us. There's more here, and I want to connect with it spiritually, personally, powerfully, to open up my eyes, to open up my life, to move me forward. For me personally, to have a life that isn't spiritual, to have a love that isn't spiritual. And that's why Chakra is so important, because it connects us spirit to spirit, and then it starts to let it grow. But to have a life that's disingenuous or disjointed from that, it's horrible. It's like the whole world gets just shaded in gray. The colors get muted. It leads us then to our subconscious message from the spirit animal. And it's the giraffe spirit. See the bigger picture. See the bigger picture. We can get caught up in the minutia, in the moments, in the, getting carried away with things. It's like, see the bigger picture. What are we going towards? What do we want? Why are these arguments happening? Where's the chaos coming from? It leads us to our subconscious spirit message, which is enchanted. It's time to be enchanted with our lives again. Enchanted with what we love and what we want and what we're looking for. It's time to let the magic back in. It leads us then to our subconscious chakra message, which is inspiration. And this is the sacral chakra. Now, the sacral chakra is where our sexual energy and creative energy comes from, but it is also where a lot of our negativity from this life and from past lives are held. The sacral chakra, when we are being inspired, is saying it's time. It's time to break free from the hurts and the pains that we carry, not just from this life, but from past lives. Not just from this understanding, but from past understandings, from past worlds, from our DNA line, from the sense of this is what happened to my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, if we go matriarchally, okay, but if you're a man, you would probably go patriarchally. So here you are looking at things and you're saying, what is it that's me? And then we have our own hurts and our own pains that come in that get plopped on top of us from our caregivers, from what we've experienced, from past lovers, from our own insecurities and hurts and pains. And so here, when we are looking for inspiration, we have to first kind of shove through that fog, that grayness, that terribly stormy weather that makes us think the sun will never shine again. And it's just going to continue to rain forever and ever and ever. Subconsciously, though, we are moving towards a sunset and a sunrise. We are moving towards beauty and joy and to let our passion shine through. Even if we think, oh my goodness, I couldn't possibly. It's like, yes, I can. I can let my love, my creation, my desire come forward. And I can let it be a part of me. I can let it shine forward in relationships. I can let it just shine forward in me. Creatively, this is what I want. Sensually, I get to be a sensual individual, a sensual human being. It moves us then to our subconscious person message. And it's the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a person who can be terribly focused on financial success. Just be like, well, I'm making the money. And it's like, okay, well, that's great. But I don't have any emotional connection to you. And it feels more like we're roommates than anything else. This can be a person who manipulates things. It's like, oh, buys gifts, makes you feel really secure financially, but uses it to manipulate the situation to always get what they want. This is a sense of us having to say, I'm just as powerful. It may be in a different way, but I get to embrace my power, my prosperity, my abundance, what I desire within my life. And it moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Three of Wands. Just as inspiration gave us a new dawn, so does the Three of Wands, a new dawn, a new passion, a new desire, a new way forward, a new sense of what is wanted and what is needed and what we can have and what we don't want anymore. It's a sense of more. But not in that way of I'm going to accumulate till I just can't accumulate anymore. In that way of there's more to life than what people say. There's more to life than what others think. And I get to embrace that. I get to be a part of that. It gets to inspire me. New horizons come, new ways forward. There's going to be a sense of, I thought it always had to be like this. And there's an even greater sense of no. No, it's more than that. It's more than you realized. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we prepare for the most profound and oddest gift. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer.